Welcome back to Ace Attorney Anime Review, episode number 21. This one I'm reviewing the 43rd episode of the Ace Attorney anime, Bridge to Turnabout, Third Trial. Yep, this one basically is a continuation of last week's episode, where you have, basically, Larry Butts giving his testimony and revealing some interesting things. He finds that there's another piece of evidence that was never discovered before, and he was able to prove that possibly that there was another crime scene. Yep. He set it up. Yep. Also implying that definitely somebody was flying over the bridge. Yep, flying. Yeah, and of course, Francesca basically was acting a little bit different than she was last season, where she apparently... It's like when they mentioned Phoenix, it seems like she was a bit, let's just say, shy about it, implying she may have developed an attraction to him. Despite the fact that she's implied to be in love with Miles Edgeworth. Yes. This has been apparent ever since they like, when they show flashbacks, it's implied that she's been in love with Miles Edgeworth since they were children. Yep. Yeah. And... of course, she does her usual whipping thing and revealing like several key evidence and a little surprised about it. And of course, according to Miles, whenever Larry is in love with a particular woman, at least to develop an attraction to him, he never lies to a particular person. He never does. Yeah, that shows that Miles knows Larry Butts very well. So, then we cut to the hospital, like right after the trial was deemed we have to do more investigation. So, Miles points out basically delays the trial further. Basically delays it for probably a few days. And then we get Phoenix checking the hospital, so I think he's still kind of ill. And then we discover Pearl has been found somehow. So apparently she's been stuck on this side of the bridge for 2 days. What the heck she's been up to this whole time? I have no idea because the episode never bothers to explain it. I'm glad in fact they bothered to actually search for... Oh yeah, and apparently Maya is still missing. She's apparently behind this steel door with this strange lock, which even when they show in the episode, like, man, this is a bizarre looking lock, especially since it has a symbol of the spirit mediums from the clan, of the Fae clan. Yep. And then it's kind of revealed in this, and then Godot shows up after being absent for at least 2 episodes. Yeah, he's been absent for the past 2 episodes. And here he is, just showing up. And it says he didn't show up for the trial. Of course, he's doing something else. They revealed exactly what the heck is going on because nothing much has been revealed about him except that he woke up from a coma. And apparently, he has to go for physical therapy, gets injections, and his visor, he revealed the reason why he wears the visor because, well, his vision. So he reveals a lot of stuff about himself, and they also reveal his motivation, basically his grudge against Phoenix Wright. It's because back in episode 2, which, by the way, this episode apparently had been at this point 3 years since the death of Mia Fey. I didn't realize that because the show itself doesn't bother to like show, at least acknowledge the patches of time. So apparently it's been 3 years since the death of Mia Fey somehow. And of course they don't reveal in this episode that Godot is Diego, the one from the flashback. They don't reveal this episode. They might reveal in the future episode. Yep. And apparently because what happened with Mia Fey, that's the reason why that he won't basically treat Phoenix as an equal peer. And they show off this particular monument where it's got part of the snow removed for some reason. Yeah. And they apparently they're gonna find a new murder weapon, like the actual one killing her. And they also reveal in this episode how she got from where this location is to where she was found. Yes, that was actually done via snowmobile. And Iris is the one who actually has access to the thing. Yep. So yeah, it's a interesting episode. It does advance the plot further. Yeah, but one of the big high points of the episode is basically the whole thing of basically developing Godot, because throughout this whole season, Godot has barely been developed. This is probably also the first episode you don't see a cup of coffee in his hand. Yes, that's quite interesting for Godot, because generally every time you've seen this guy, he's always had a cup of coffee in his hand. Like, even in the flashback two-parter, which features him basically before he became what he is, he's always seen generally with a cup of coffee in his hand. Yeah, this is actually quite interesting of the fact that the show actually did this, showing Godot without his cup of coffee in his hand. Yep. And of course, Phoenix is still kind of ill, but he's still able to physically move. And he's a little bit better than he was before, but he's at least able to actually move about. His temperature has gone down to like 102, which that's still kind of a fever. I've had 102 fever when I was much younger. It sucks having a fever that high. Yeah, this is when I was like a little kid. So I understand how Phoenix feels, but I've never actually gone to the hospital, because the only time I've been to the hospital when I was younger was to get my tonsils removed. That was it. That was the only reason why I went to the hospital. Yep. But in the case of this episode, it just basically advancing the plot forward and setting up some more stuff for later. But otherwise, though, good episode. Yep. So that's it for this particular review. I have no other video planned for today. None at all. Yeah. Tomorrow I only have one video planned for tomorrow, and that's a review of the newest episode of JoJo's Bizarre Adventure. I'm looking forward to next week's episode, because the show is getting really, really good. Yep. Now, as for when I do my next review for Case Closed, well, as of right now, I have only 25 episodes left to go for the current season. So, maybe not until Saturday at this rate. Either tomorrow or Saturday I might be able to finish the season up. That's a possibility. Yeah, but the only reason why it's taking me a while, because I had to keep going almost every single night. A couple times, basically, like last night and Monday, I had to go to my old house to clean out stuff out of my old house. Tuesday, I had to go down to Tampa for class. So, in the case of tomorrow, I will be kind of going out, but I won't basically be going to clean stuff out, whatever. I'm hoping to get a lot done, at least tonight and tomorrow of this particular season. So, until you see the next review, bye.